So Matt, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
A month or so ago, we had AI month,
Mhm.
right? And we issued a lot of really interesting and I think thought leadership papers and positions on AI. We have a three step approach that was kind of geared towards the general market. Can you take some of those 3 points and maybe direct how an auditor should interpret those steps?
Yeah. So absolutely. So the five steps to the framework are really kind of identifying what your use cases are, and then it's really from an audit lens, having the audit team understand what the business objectives are, right? So if I want to go build X platform, whatever that platform happens to be, if the audit team understands why and how you're going to go about that, then they're going to be better enabled to understand the potential risks around the use case of AI. The other thing to note for internal auditors, specifically around AI and compliance, is the ISO 42001 standard is out. Also, the EU AI Act is out, and there are a number of other AI acts that are either announced and or about to be launched around the world. So it's also important to understand your jurisdictional requirements around ethical AI or responsible AI, as we call it here at Altum, so that way you can build the right audit plan around that. So one thing to note is that ISO 42001 is basically built upon 27001. So for companies that are ISO 27001 certified, now the next natural evolution, again, should you be using AI in your product or service, is to become ISO 42001 certified. So then the next piece is really making sure that your data is secure, right? So with AI, again, AI is arguably the most powerful tool in the toolbox to date, and really it's still predicated on the data that you feed in. So it's the old adage of garbage in, garbage out. So it's important to make sure that the data governance process, the data governance approach is sound, and the data security is in place to protect unauthorized or inappropriate access to data within the AI platform. Then it's really making sure that the right people are trained internally to support the enablement of that AI journey, and are going through the thorough testing of data privacy, data security, application security as a whole around AI, and then really being able to roll that out in a phased approach, right? To really make sure that we're meeting the use case. If there's 10 use cases, for example, the first use case we're starting out with is going to impact 5 of those. Great. So how are we going to roll that out? In what manner? In what user groups, to really get to the maximum effect?